Hi, this is Larry London. We welcome you to the Voice of America. The program is Border Crossings, and in our studios today we have a band who's called Atomic Tom, and they have a brand new CD which is coming out soon. I guess we'd like to welcome Atomic Tom to the Voice of America.
Hey, how you doing?
It's great to have you guys here early on this Tuesday morning. Thanks for getting up to be here. I know for a rock and roll band, you guys probably sleep until noon. But,
yeah, some of us still have our sunglasses on. Light's too bright.
But we're happy you could be with us. Now, first of all, let's introduce you guys. Go through the names for the benefit of the TV audience. They can see you. The radio audience is hearing you.
My name is Luke.
My name is Eric. My name is Phil.
I'm Tobias, and I play drums.
And we're glad you guys are here. Now, first of all, why Atomic Tom? Where does that name come from, the name Atomic Tom?
Atomic Tom is the world's smallest superhero.
Really?
That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
Who created the name? I mean, who came up with that?
Myself and a few friends of mine were on the subway in New York and thinking up weird, crazy names, and that one stuck.
Now, you put this band together when? I think 2006 or something like
2006, brought Phil on board. 2007, Eric came on board, and then Toby came on at the beginning of 2009.
And you were all in bands and before that, or just doing solo stuff?
Bands. Everybody's been in various bands, doing solo projects. Eric and I did solo projects before this.
And that's all you've ever done is music? That's it?
And school.
And school.
Yeah. School's
what were you
staying
studying in school?
Stay in school.
I think we all studied music, except Phil, you minored in music, didn't you?
Well, I started off, I thought I wanted to do technical theater, sound design, things like that. A lot like radio broadcasting as well, but I switched to music and kind of stuck with music for the rest of the time after that.
And how did you guys hook up? How did you guys get to know each other and meet each other?
Well,
it wasn't on that same subway, was it?
I met Eric in Boston while we were at school, and then I moved to New York and met Phil, and he and I started playing together. And then we met Toby on tour in 2008 when we were in Toronto, and he was playing with another band right in front of us, and he was hitting those drums really hard, and we invited him to audition in the next month. And
now, this is an exciting time for you guys. This is the debut EP, right? I mean,
yes, sir.
Your very first. So why did it take 4 years for you guys to actually put something down and want to release
Good question.
we were putting the pieces together. It took a while to find the right people to be in the right combination. And January 2009 was really when we had the green light, when everything came together. And that's really when we started chugging, and we put the record together last year, and we had 10 songs that we were very proud of. So the first 3 years were a lot of growth and experimentation and trying to find the right people to put in the project.
Now, when you as songwriters, you sit and you write songs, and I assume all of you can write songs. You've all done your own independent thing, so everybody's a songwriter, and you're writing hundreds of songs, I'm sure. How do you pick 10? How do you pick 6 or 5 or however many are on this EP? 10, I guess you said. So how do you come down to that number for your very first CD?
A lot of it was in the performance of it, seeing how we felt about performing it. We actually, I would have to say personally, we don't write hundreds of songs. I spent more time on each song than I think. There's two kinds of songwriters. There are songwriters that they'll pump out daily, a song, 3 songs. And for me personally, I'll spend a week on a song until I'm happy with it, and if I'm not happy with it, I'll go back and start from scratch on that song. This song for me is I guess more precious. So we probably wrote 50 songs leading up to this record, and then these 10 songs just rose to the top either through playing them live or because we fell in love with them.
Is it a collaboration, or are you the principal songwriter?
It's definitely a collaboration. If not at the lyrical and melodic part, at the arrangement and production level, it's everybody brings something valuable to the table.
Yeah, it's definitely become more of a collaboration as the band kind of progressed, which I love, and I think we all love working together, writing together, making these songs sound like we hear them in our heads, all together.
And I read where I guess you just rented an apartment, a real small apartment somewhere in Brooklyn, and then you put the album together.
Yeah, it was a friend of ours' apartment. He basically had a home studio in it, decent home studio, but it was, he lived there. Mm-hmm. Our producer slept on the couch, for example. But we had a vocal booth up in the closet, and put mics in the bathroom, mics in the bedroom, mics in the kitchen. We had a string quartet in the kitchen for one song, which was kind of cool. But yeah, for a couple songs. But it was basically 3 months of that, and it was a great experience.
We couldn't afford food, but we could afford a string quartet.
In your bathroom.
We
Yeah.
put.
To be fair, they couldn't afford food either, so they were,
Oh well, they can now.
now they can.
Biggest string arrangers.
We still can't, but they can.
The album is called The Moment. Why did you guys pick that name?
My favorite song off of the record is called "The Moment," and this song encapsulates this idea of taking that risk, making the most of every moment, and that's how we felt about the whole record. Just taking advantage of every gem that comes to us, and that name just kind of rose to the surface.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I went to your. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off.
I was just elaborating on that song. It was definitely the one song that we recorded in the studio where we first, after we heard the playback of all the work that we had done, we were just like, oh wow, this really sounds magical. It was the one song that right off the bat we were like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a really special record. So
Yeah,
it kind of definitely stuck with us.
Yeah, that was the start. That kind of set the tone for the rest of the process. That song, so it's a special song on the record.
You remind me of an '80s band. I can't. I don't know. You have that sound, that rock icon '80s sound. I don't know if you've been told that before. I don't know if it's In Excess or what band I'm hearing in your voice, but
We've gotten the Psychedelic Furs before. We've gotten Pulp before. We've gotten The Cure.
The Cure. There you go.
All those bands are huge influences, and we're happy.
Yeah, that's a
People
great
think
comparison to
about.
have.
Yeah, for sure.
And one day it'll be Atomic Tom. Somebody will be saying to another band, "You guys sound like Atomic Tom."
You guys have that Atomic Tom sound.
Do yourself a favor and don't sound like Atomic Tom.
What's been the highlight for you so far? You've been doing this for a number of years. And you got the new EP. When does the new EP come out?
The LP will come out I think early first quarter 2011. Yeah.
2011. Okay, so what's been the highlight up to this point?
The recording process was a great time. Going through, I think, the fall of last year too, and playing a lot of showcases in New York was a lot of fun, and kind of learning how to play the songs that we had just recorded was a real treat for us.
I think like getting signed was kind of a really big deal for us as well.
Yeah, that was a huge step for sure.
Yeah.
Now,
kind of like one of our dreams,
yeah,
getting
when a
signed
record
with
company
it.
says, "Hey, we want you," it
Yeah.
validates everything you do.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a website where people can go? Right now, I see the MySpace. Is there a website in development where an actual Atomic Tom?
There is a website in development. It's called weareatomictom.com. Right now, it just forwards you to the Facebook page. So,
Well, that's
but,
cool. I see all the girls who are loving you guys posting their little comments. Now,
Oh yes.
as far as touring, you're on tour right now,
Yes, sir.
and where's the tour taking you?
This week we're on the East Coast, just going from DC to Boston and Philly and New York, and then next week we're on the West Coast, playing LA and around LA.
And how's the response been for the music for the album?
It's been great. DC actually has been an amazing town. They've really responded well. Boston as well, and we're from New York, so we just have a lot of homegrown fans there.
And we have a lot of international listeners right now who are discovering you for the very first time. Maybe some already know Atomic Tom, but a lot are discovering you for the very first time here in this program. Any plan for you to go internationally and do some touring?
We hope so. We would love to get out to Asia, Southeast Asia, Europe. The Middle East, even everywhere.
I'm sure the
UK.
troops would love to have you there.
Anywhere the Police went in 1980, I think that's kind of our tour schedule.
And again, the website, if people want to track you guys, and maybe if they're coming to the U.S. to see you on tour or buy the album, is
weareatomictom.com.
weareatomictom.com.
And we would like to mention the album is available now for those of you in the U.S. It's available now on iTunes and on Amazon MP3 for a download if you want it. The physical CD is going to come out sometime next year, but if you want the record now, you can get it. It's on iTunes.
And you guys want to say hi to the troops that are tuned in?
Definitely. My cousin's out there in Iraq, and we respect you guys and gals, and hope you stay safe.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming in. Really a pleasure to meet you. And
Absolutely.
I know, you guys really have a great sound. And, come back again the next time you're in D.C. We want to find out how things are going then and how well the album's been doing for you. So please come back and see us.
Totally.
We'll do.
All right. Atomic Tom, thank you. This is the Voice of America. I'm Larry London. Stay tuned for more music to come.